Good morning, sports fans. Welcome to the Cheap Seats on 96.3 FM. We're streaming on the web at WLCNonline.com. You can listen to us on the Mixlr app. Download it from iTunes or the Google App Store. Listen to us anywhere on the go on your smartphone. We're also on Twitter at WLCN Sports and Facebook. So you can follow us on social media. You can follow us on the website. WLCN Sports has all the links to everything we're on.
Everything.
A special show today. We're at Graue Chevrolet here on Kickapoo. We got a special treat coming later on in the show. We're going to have some live music.
Oh, okay. I knew you weren't talking about Joe was going to show up.
Well, Joe is a no-show.
Which we just got a text about.
Okay, and what does that text consist of? Running way late. Probably missed show. I know. Too much going on.
Welcome to his life.
Thanks for the heads up, Joe. Lloyd, thanks for showing up today.
Promptly sent that at 9:04 also. Way to help us out there, Josie.
Joe,
on the go.
You're fired. Jake is absent as well, so it's the Kirby and Kirby show today from Graue Chevrolet. But we do have some special guests.
We do.
Coming on later in the show, and Lloyd will tell you who they are right now.
They are some classical musicians who will be performing tonight.
Okay.
And you've got the lineup in front of you. Why don't you go ahead and tell people who they are?
I will do that. I will say the first one, Lauren Welch. She is a young lady that is a violin player, and Lloyd, you can say the rest of the names.
I don't have the paper in front of me, and I'm checking out this.
You do now?
Well, we just got a text from Jake here. He's playing in East Peoria this morning.
Jake's playing in East Peoria.
Yeah, I wonder what position he's playing.
Probably bench warmer.
Left out.
Left, yeah. No, his daughter's in another tournament over there in East Peoria. Softball. Hope the weather cooperates for him. A little rainy out today. It's been raining all week.
It has been.
Very wet outside.
Very wet outside.
But it's a great day to come into Graue Chevrolet and purchase a new vehicle. They have all kinds of new vehicles, new used out here. Maybe we get Chris on later, or somebody from the staff. I know Todd Cece loves being on with us.
He was working us a little bit earlier, asking about the headphone situation, I believe.
Yeah. He wants to know if we stuff it with wool or fur or something.
That might have been fur from Joe's dog last time. He might have been shedding a little bit. Maybe caught some.
But as we mentioned, we have Lauren Welch. She is the daughter of Mark and Paulette Welch. Mark, a Lincoln resident, and she's the granddaughter to Tom and Mary Welch of Lincoln. So they're going to be in here later today. I think playing some live music for us.
I believe so.
So
maybe we can play Name That Tune or something.
And they will be at the high school tonight performing. There is no charge. Free will offering benefit Carroll Catholic School.
Yep, in the Dan McLaughlin auditorium at the high school. So
absolutely.
Should be a good time.
Well, there's the man himself right there, Mr. Chris Graue.
Oh my gosh.
How we doing?
Grab a seat.
How are you?
We're doing good. We are Joe-less today. So
that's already an upgrade, and now this is a major upgrade.
I don't know if I can fill those Joe Ryan shoes or not.
Yeah. Well, they're small shoes. You filled them just by showing up.
Yeah, that puts you one up on him because you're actually present. So
good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Lincoln and Logan County. How we doing?
We're doing good today. A little gloomy out, but what kind of deals we have going on at Graue Chevrolet today?
Oh, we got all kinds of good stuff. We got 18% off on a number of vehicles, which on a Silverado crew cab or a double cab, that's a substantial amount of money. We have very limited numbers in stock because of the sale rate on these vehicles. So if you're interested in a full-size pickup truck, a new Silverado, or a double cab, crew cab, this would be a really good time to look.
Anything on the Traverse? I know that's kind of a hot SUV right now.
Traverse has limited incentives because of the sale rate, but we do have some outstanding deals.
Okay. So get on in here today. You have the new Buick looks pretty sharp as well. The Buick.
Yeah, we have a Regal Sportback and a Regal wagon that just appeared on the scene about a month ago. We have a nice selection of those in stock. Wonderful driving vehicle. Anybody that's interested in not necessarily an SUV, but wants the versatility in the room of a wagon, this Buick sport back, and the Buick wagon would be a really, really good choice for him.
All right. We got some special guests coming here later today. Maybe some live music going on.
They are en route. I
En
just
route.
talked to him. One of my best friends from grade school, high school, college, in each other's weddings. Dr. Mark Welch and his family are back from Montana. They set up shop in Montana about 15 years ago. No, it's actually been more like 20 years ago. Mark and I went to Carroll Catholic together, all through high school together. Lived a couple years in college over in Champaign, and he has a very, very talented daughter that plays violin, and they're bringing their instructor is back with them, and they're going to do a concert at the high school. That's a fundraiser for Carroll School, and they were all at my house last night, and Wai and Lauren played a little 10-15 minute rendition in our living room, and it was amazing to watch. This little 12, 13-year-old girl picks this violin up, and it's just amazing what she can do. And Wai, the person that they've become friends with in Montana, is quite talented. He plays piano, he plays violin, I think he plays guitar. Originally from Beijing, China, came to the U.S. to educate in New York City, in Manhattan and Juilliard, and then somehow, some way, ended up in Big Fork, Montana, at their church, going to their church, and they became friends. And he offered to instruct Lauren in this violin journey that she's on, and it's pretty neat. They're going to be here. They're at the Hampton Inn right now, and they're loading up and heading this way. So,
very exciting.
If you're on live streaming video, you need to stick around and watch this. Certainly, stay tuned, because they're gonna do a couple numbers. One or two of them, which will be a little bit of a local surprise that I think everybody will like.
All right. Well, that's it's very intriguing and well needed on this show. Any entertainment at all is welcome.
Yeah, any kind of entertainment or culture or
any kind
anything
of
to raise the bar.
guest.
You betcha.
You're about 2 or 3 weeks down the road from the big barbecue from downtown. How did that turn out this year?
Well, it turned out pretty darn good.
Well, they always do.
We've always had a smooth event, but it just seemed like this particular event was just smooth as silk. You know, you've heard the term, or you've heard the comment a couple different times. If anything could go wrong, it did. If anything could go right, it did for this event. We got a really good committee that works really, really hard to make that thing happen. We've got a list of sponsors that just doesn't quit. The community outpouring of support for that event, and the sponsorship dollars that people bring forward to make that event happen. I get a lot of pats on the back and a lot of credit for doing that event, but there's a team of about 20 of us that put that thing together, and then the list of sponsors, we've probably got, all told, with in-kind sponsors and sponsors that write us checks and help us with different things, it's like 30 or 35 different organizations help put that thing together.
Wow.
Big deal. The Doc Dogs was a big hit. Our steak contest grew almost double this year from the number of contestants we had last year to the contestants we had this year. Over all 5 events, being KCBS Backyard Steak, Doc Dogs, I'm forgetting one, Kids Q, 5 events, we had over 125 entrants downtown.
Nice.
We had stuff going on all over, crammed them in every street corner, nook and cranny that we could. Just filled up the downtown area. Lots of charcoal smoke burning downtown, which is one of my favorite things. So
several vendors, the craft beer and all that, all a big hit.
They all did very, very well. As a matter of fact, a number of the food vendors, middle of the evening Saturday night, started running out of food. The beer vendors were running out of some of their more popular pours. Nobody ran out completely. There was still stuff to be had downtown, but just had a fantastic crowd, a big crowd downtown. It really worked out well.
Well, you got this year in the books. Now you start working on next year already.
Well, we've already got one vendor that's paid his fee already.
He's
for
already
next year,
in,
Jimmy Cullors from Cullors French Fries pays a year in advance, so I guess we got to have this event again.
Well, I think it's a pretty big success. Anything up your sleeve for next year, maybe that you might be working on?
We're still trying to get all the ponies back. We're trying to get the ponies back in the shed for this year, but they're pretty well done. Boy, by the time we got done Sunday morning, we kind of secure what we need to Saturday night, and then we all go back down there Sunday morning and work until it's done, and we pull away from downtown about 12:15, 12:30 Sunday afternoon, and it's like the thing never happened. It's all cleaned up, it's all put away, it's all done.
sure the city appreciates that, where you guys
You
clean
betcha.
it all up and they don't have to have their crew
Yeah.
out there. But
We try not to leave many surprises.
yeah, well, that's good. That's good. Lloyd, you got anything? I mean, you got to contribute. If you're filling in for Joe, you got to contribute.
I've probably contributed about as much as Joe to this point. So,
yeah,
I mean, I showed up. So, again,
right.
I'm a step above.
It is barbecue season. Do you have any other things planned as far as?
Actually, this year I don't know that I'm going to compete an awful lot. It's a time-consuming hobby. We really, really enjoy it, but I'm going to just kind of park the trailer for a little bit. We'll do some little stuff here and there, but as far as the only competition that we may possibly do would be Murfreesboro down in Southern Illinois in
And
September.
Mike Mills wasn't present this year. I guess he's
Mike
kind
was-
of busy.
Mike was not able to make it this year. It kind of conflicts now. They do the Big Apple Barbecue Block Party
In New York.
and he's got one of his key guys has got a family member that's sick, so they're a little, they've got to kind of pick and choose where they go. And this New York event is a huge event for them. They get on Good Morning America, all the TV stations and all the newspapers are there, so it's a really good public relations event for them.
So you're saying the New York stations, TV, they trump WLCN. Sorry, Jim.
Well, I can't tell you. Bruce Rauner came up and hung out with us at the barbecue contest this year,
yeah, really?
which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was really neat.
That's neat. Yeah, that is nice.
Quite a surprise. He kind of edged me out or pushed me out of the steak judging. I was really excited. That's one of the things that I really enjoy is helping with the steak judging. And I get a text from his security detail wanting to know if I can meet him at the corner of Clinton and Kickapoo Street. And here comes the governor, so no steak judging for me. That's all right, though.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah. Well, Chris, we're going to take a commercial break, maybe get things set up for Lauren and crew. So, you're more than welcome to stay on with us. Or
I think they're coming right now. I got a couple housekeeping things that I need to do, so I need to take a break as well.
All right.
Are you going to be singing with them?
No, Jack Graue will be here. I think he's going to do a little rendition of something, but
okay.
All
had
right.
to make sure Jack Graue is moving.
Is he
before
up and out of bed?
He's up and moving. He is up and
All
moving.
right. Well, we look forward to that too. All right. Busy show today, so we're going to take a commercial break. We come back. We'll see where we stand. See how long it takes them to get set up. Maybe we'll talk a little sports. But stay tuned. You're in the Cheap Seats on 96.3 FM. Lauren Welch and Wai Mizutani. Good morning, guys. And they are about to play some music for us.
We are raising our cultural level. That's for sure.
We are.
So.
We're not only a sports show, but we are a music show as well. So whenever you guys are ready, we're ready to go.
Okay. We're doing the Alamo Rippy for 2 violins.
Okay. Very, very nice. Very nice.
Very good.
Very good. Now we want to hear a little Devil Went Down to Georgia. But not quite yet. Do you guys have another number you like to play, or?
Yeah, we're gonna maybe try the Millionaire's Hoedown.
Okay. All right.
I tried the. Wait, I tried this one.
Very nice. Wow. Very nice. Okay. You guys have something else you want to play? Or you want to come on and talk a little bit, or?
Talk a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and pull up. Here, let me pass these down.
All right. There you go. You're a radio star now. There you go.
You can pull up a chair if you like.
If you want to scoot on in here. We're trying to go wireless, but we haven't quite made it there yet. So
Somebody can sit there, and then we can pull that other chair up. First of all, very nice. Lauren, your parents probably are pleased that you picked the violin and not the saxophone or tuba or something like that, where this is something that you can practice in the house, and it's, you can listen to it. Whereas if you play a horn, some kind loud and annoying, but very nice job. All the way from Montana.
Yeah.
And this is your teacher or instructor. How long have you been playing the violin, Lauren?
Almost 2 years.
2 years. Wow. And how did you get involved in playing the violin at first?
Well, when he goes to the same church as me, and he was watching me because we sit in the front row for like 2 years, and then he asked me to play violin.
And you've never played before, and he just saw something in you and decided, give you a shot. Yeah, that's exciting. You've had a long journey yourself. Why? Where are you from originally?
I was born in Beijing, China, and so in the age of 14, my parents had the opportunity, got me out of there to live in Hong Kong for a couple years. So that's why I got my first job, and after that, and my mom said that she's very keen on the education, so she kind of forced me to quit the job and went to study in New York. Then I spent the next 11 years pretty much taking the papers.
Now you went to, correct me if I'm wrong, Juilliard?
Yeah, I've spent like 5 years in Juilliard and 2 years in Manhattan School, and then
for people that don't know, I mean, that's pretty elite school.
I didn't know either.
And
I just tried to make my mom happy.
Yeah.
Seems like she's pretty excited about it. Now when I get there, I say, oh crap, this is not really that good. I put myself in the wrong place. You know? Very competitive, and
You seem to have done okay, though.
yeah, I think it worked out for
depends
you.
on which way you're seeing it.
Well, obviously we've only seen the good side, but how did your journey take you to Big Fork, Montana?
I told people that I was on the airplane made in China, and the door flew off, so the second right out, so I landed in Montana. But that's just the fictional story. The real story was there was family issues. Then I called up with some church and see whether I can get some performance going. So this pastor on the church and asked me to do a Christmas program in the church. So then that brought me first time. And really the Montana part of Montana I like, because at first I did travel. I heard about Montana about like 10 years prior to that. They told me it's so beautiful, the beautiful mountain, glacier, and this and that. And I took a trip, went to Butte. I didn't see anything about that, and so I couldn't even, pronounce the word Butte. I called it Butt. Of course, people.
We're good at that too. We mispronounce things all the time.
But anyway, so then after years later, so I went into Kalispell, landed there. So I realized that this is just the place I'm dreaming for. So and decided to stay there.
Okay. So you're sitting in church and you see this young lady. What did you see in her to approach her to have her start playing an instrument that she's never probably even picked up before?
I just saw her energy level so high, and the majority of kids, they're just sitting there kind of midway to church, like to service, already fall asleep, and which is I did that too, but but then she's just on, and she can't even walk straight. You can hear bouncing around the back, hallways, and just thought that would be kind of good to use those energy on the violin. Yeah.
So you approach her and you get her a violin. We don't know anything. Well, at least I don't.
We're both a couple of dumb drummers.
Yeah. So
No big deal.
So how do you approach and how do you get her started? I mean, obviously
I was thinking,
because she's only been playing 2 years and that was phenomenal.
there's a two-sided things when you pick a student. First thing, that instinct telling you she has something big in her, but humanistically, it's like, gosh, it takes so much more work rather than the talent, just like teamwork. And also I had to consult the parents, make sure they would part of a team. You can't just give her something, throw in there, and then after 6 days it's just like came up with broken bows and other things, which is she did break the first bow anyway.
Is that just from, well, I wouldn't even,
Overexciting.
just little,
That
maybe
high energy level.
High
we're
energy
talking
level.
about.
high energy
Yeah,
level.
exactly.
So Lauren, you've been playing for 2 years. Obviously you're pretty passionate about it. Are you involved in anything else, or is just you put that stuff to the side and now concentrating on playing the violin?
I play piano, but I quit everything else.
Quit everything else, and there's nothing wrong with that. But
Oh, except for ballet.
ballet. So how many hours a day do you practice?
4 to 6 hours.
4 to 6 every day, huh? And you guys are in town tonight to put on a concert. Is it just you two, or do you have other members?
We invited the local artist, Jack.
Jack?
Yes.
Jack Graue, yes.
Yes. And he showed his talent yesterday and then got an incredible voice. We're really excited to have him there.
Yeah. Well, Lauren, it's got to be exciting for you to come back to Lincoln. Your dad's originally from here. Your grandparents live here. Have they ever seen you perform?
No.
No? Just maybe on online videos and stuff like that? So that's got to be exciting for you to have your grandparents there, and you can see where your dad went to high school out there at the Lincoln Community High School. Maybe he can show you around or something like that. So that's got to be exciting.
I got a lot of nice old picture there. I saw her dad.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Back in the day.
Love traveling times. You know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and also there we have two incredible artists coming. They're visiting their parents in Chicago, so they would drive 2.5 hours. Going to be here today and join the concert. Wei and Chai Ying.
Okay.
And they are phenomenally high end of the artist. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool to bring them in here to show to people.
Absolutely.
And join the concert together.
Now this concert's tonight at the auditorium at the at Lincoln Community High School. What time does it start?
It starts at 7.
Okay. And how long do you plan on performing?
If we just non-stop playing, it's like an hour and 15 minutes, like two like a first half and second half. There's an intermission between. If I start drinking too much and talking, that lasts forever.
Well, hey, it's
They have a good bars here.
They do. Some good bars, yeah. Absolutely. So, Lauren, is there any particular type of music that you like to play? Do you play any like modern day stuff? I don't know what you can do on a violin, but is there like top 40 hits that you like to play on a violin? Is that possible?
Kind of.
Kind of.
I like old classical music, like Nat King Cole, and I like classical music.
Okay, well, I don't know anything about that, but
We were going to try and have him spell Tchaikovsky later, so.
yeah, that was
That's a dangerous move.
yeah.
And Lauren like to her repertoire pretty much, besides rap. So because we haven't figured out how to use a violin to rap yet, but before that, she pretty much playing every single style there, and rock, from heavy rock, metal, and really baroque at the time. So she would be really interesting to see her future.
Right, and how old are you?
11.
11 years old, so you started playing when you were 9.
10.
10.
I turned 12 on July 30th.
Oh, well,
Happy birthday.
happy early birthday. Maybe get you a golden violin.
Or pink.
A pink? Now, are there different types of violins, or is it basically, the same, different sizes? And
Well, besides the sizes, yes, you have to check on their sizes. Of course, the different type of violin. I mean, not to say people on TV, seeing a lot of people introduce those like really old antique violins that are worth like a astronomical amount of money, and those are just it's just forgiven for like a show. But really, there's those old antique style ones, which is I don't really deal that much with those kind of playing with those violins because they're really fragile. They can, if you get them too excited, it can break them. And yes, yeah. And then, but there's the technology went so far right now. So the violins, modern violins, they're really good. Yeah, and I really kind of start investing into like electronic violins.
that's what I was getting ready to ask you. Are there electronic
they're
violins?
So good. Oh yeah. Yeah, huge new category that you can dig into.
And with electric, you can almost do just about anything on those.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Where if you're playing the classical type music, you want the modern day violin, but if you want to get into something real crazy, hook it up to the electronics, and you can use a synthesizer, Lloyd.
And they look cool too. It looks really fancy. Cool. Oh yeah. You put it in a case, you go to the bank, people give you money for free.
Well, give me one then. Just want to borrow it. So, Lauren, what do you think of Lincoln? This is where Dad grew up.
The
First time to Lincoln?
I was here 9 years ago.
Well, you probably don't remember that.
No.
So, what do you think?
It's nice.
It's nice? Yeah, as he drove you around town and show you where he would play in the backyard, or, telling you all kinds of stories where he walked to school in the snow and all that good stuff. Yeah.
Well, I offered him Mark to tell me he's an enemy when he's a childhood, so I can go break their windows.
I don't know that he had many
apparently
enemies.
he doesn't have any enemies.
No. No.
Don't want to get in trouble with that.
Nobody's listening anyway.
Our listeners are pretty much in this room,
Yeah.
so we're good.
All right. Well, do you guys have another number you'd like to play before we go to break, or
No, we're fine.
you're fine?
Yeah.
Guess how old my violin is.
How old your violin is?
72
Well-
years.
I'm going to say 13.
It's made in 1776.
Wow, I wasn't even close. 1776. And how does one find that violin? I mean,
Yeah, I had the luck to locate that.
that's probably worth some
He
money.
found it on an auction site.
Oh, awesome.
It's probably worth a few dollars.
Something.
So you take care of it. Don't get too excited and break it.
Yeah.
I already dropped it.
He's not even going to say anything. He just...
Don't let the American picker know.
No. All right, we're going to take a commercial break. I think when we come back, we're going to have... You look real enthused. Okay.
Sorry, I'm just thinking.
All right. All right, stay tuned. You're in the Cheap Seats on 96.3 FM. Welcome back to the Cheap Seats on 96.3 FM. We are on Kickapoo Street at Graue Chevrolet. So if you're in need of a new vehicle or used vehicle, come on in today and they will hook you right up.
Or if you want to hear some good music.
Some good music. We got some more entertainment coming at you. Speaking of Graue Chevrolet, we've got one of them here right now. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Jack Graue.
Jack Graue.
Chris's son.
Chris's son. And he's about to sing a number from Lady and the Tramp,
Bella Notte, cute little Disney song.
Bella Notic. All right. Whenever you're ready.
Oh, this is the night, it's a beautiful night, and they call it Bella Notte. Look at the skies, they have stars in their eyes, on this lovely Bella Notte. Side by side with your loved one, you'll find enchantment here. The night will weave its magic spell when the one that you love is near. Oh, this is the night, and the heavens are right on this lovely Bella Notte.
Very nice. Very nice. A little bow right there. We'll put the headset on. We'll talk to you a few minutes. Get your information. Very nice.
Thank you.
How long you been singing?
Oh, probably started taking vocal lessons a little before 8th grade started, so close to 4 years now.
Now, it's something obviously you enjoy. You're very
Yeah.
good at it. And you're, what grade you in?
I'm going to be a senior in high school.
Going to be a senior in high school.
Yeah.
Obviously part of the choir
Oh,
program.
yeah. I've been doing that since freshman year.
Freshman year.
Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about the program. You guys, obviously, there are competitions and all that other good stuff.
We do have our contest where we go and compete against other choirs, and we usually get firsts every time. Gonna toot my horn just a little bit.
There you go.
But honestly, I would recommend choir to anybody who likes to sing. You don't even have to be good at singing to be in choir. You know, if I were to see a freshman, thinking about joining choir, I would say do it if you care, if you're going to put the effort in, because to me, theater and singing and performing is the most rewarding thing ever. I mean, you work really, really hard to do what you put out on that stage, and there's no feeling like it, hearing a crowd applaud for you. As for choir, it's the same kind of thing. I mean, it's not like, having the lead role in a musical. You're just out there by yourself, doing it by yourself. But you have a family. You're surrounded by people who love doing the same thing as you. You're gonna immediately make friends. You don't come out of choir, with inside jokes with the friends that you're going to make there, or a story about PQ or something like that. So honestly, I would encourage choir for anybody who likes to sing and is willing to put the effort in to do it.
Well, you're not only in choir, but you're also in theater. You're very passionate about that.
Yep.
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan was a great show.
You had a pretty big role in that.
Yeah, I was Captain Hook. I remember. So, funny story about that. It was me and this other kid, Isaac Derringer, who we thought was everybody thought was going to be Captain Hook for a while, because dude's like 6.5 feet tall. He was a senior last year while I was a junior, so we thought, he's got the seniority on me. Everybody kind of thought that, Isaac was going to be Captain Hook and I was going to maybe be like Smee. We have auditions. The next day, PQ posts a cast list, says Captain Hook, Jack Graue, and I just remember looking over to Isaac and I'm just like, what's it say? What does it say? But no, Captain Hook, it was a absolutely great role. It was the first lead role that I had in a show. I remember starting practices, when we were just blocking, rehearsing, where people need to go at what time. It was a great mixture of fear and excitement at the same time, just because, I had a lot of lines to memorize. The show is in 3 acts, and, I'm pulling most of Act 3 because it takes place like on the pirate ship. So it was a great experience. I will forever be thankful to the residents of Lincoln for pulling together to bring the funding so we could have people fly. You can't do Peter Pan and not have Peter, Michael, Wendy, and John fly. You can't do it. And at least for me, there was a lot of pressure to really do well, because our director, Kim Peterson Quinn, she was Captain Hook in a production that she did, so I had some pretty big shoes to fill.
Now, were you a little disappointed that you didn't get to fly? Would that have been fun?
I had a chaise, and I was pretty okay with that. The beginning of Act 2, the other pirates, it's kind of like, imagine like a bed with these like 4 things coming out at the side, and I basically got carried out on stage. So I got a chaise and nobody else did, so I was pretty alright with that. But I was pretty okay just watching people get to fly. I never got tired of seeing Catherine Noby, our wonderful, absolutely wonderful Peter Pan. I never got tired of seeing her burst through the nursery door in Act 1 with a shower of pixie dust going everywhere. I never ever got tired of seeing that, and just, watching everybody else fly. I never got tired of that. So
that's pretty cool. Yeah. So you're going to be a big senior, man on campus.
I'm going to be a senior next year. I'm going to be the section leader for the bass section in choir. I'm definitely going to try to do a musical next year. I don't know about the plays or anything like that, because those are honestly a little bit more time consuming than the musical. I mean, you have practice for that like 4 nights a week, where for a musical it just kind of depends on what scenes PQ is going to need you for. You got the speech team, which I love doing. So yeah, I'm gonna try to make sure senior year is my last big hurrah for theater at LCHS.
So what are your future plans? Obviously, maybe go to college.
Oh yeah, I'm going
theater. Maybe see you on the big screen someday.
I don't know about that. I think I'm okay with just keeping. I think I'm okay with just keeping it as a hobby. But as for plans for the future, I'm thinking about going. I'm going to do a year at home, probably at Heartland. Then I'm going to go to a 4U university, and my plan is to study the 2 big things that I'm thinking about doing are either teaching or studying law, being an attorney. So what I'm planning to do is go to school to study to be a teacher in a pre-law track. So when I get done with college, I can decide, okay, do I want to go be a teacher and get my master's degree? Do I want to go be a lawyer and go to law school? So
Sounds
those
like
are
you got it figured out. You got your life. I don't even have my life figured out. And you already know what you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, if I have time, I'll definitely try to participate in plays or musicals that they'll have at whatever college I attend to. I did Lincoln Community Theater last year. I didn't do it this year. I mean, nothing against LCT. I thought I'm a lot busier this summer. So yeah, I figured I might want to back off from that for a while. So
Dad have you back there detailing cars?
I'm back in detail shop cleaning off cars. If I don't have anything to do for an afternoon, I need a little extra money. Steak and Shake's not paying me enough. That's where my regular job is. Work out at Steak and Shake. I could tell you some pretty funny customer service stories there.
I don't know that I want to know.
But yeah, those are my future plans for right now. Just kind of. I love theater, and I'm going to love it until the day I die. But I feel like it's just so different. It would just be a completely different experience, like when that's your living. I was getting tired, after our third show of Peter Pan. But if I go on Broadway, I'm doing a show.
But you're not getting paid.
Yeah,
Broadway, you be getting paid.
But it's a lot harder on Broadway, and they do that 8 times a week. I mean, it's a totally different experience. I mean, I remember last year over my spring break, my family went and saw Hamilton up in Chicago, the hip-hop musical about Alexander Hamilton. Absolutely fantastic. We went and saw the 2 o'clock show that day, got done with the show, and I remember walking through, is it Millennium Park that's in Chicago? Or is that someone else? I'm not sure. But we were walking, I remember walking through there, and I was just amazed that those, the sun setting, we'd already had some delicious deep dish pizza, living up the Chicago life. And I remember just being amazed that, the people in that cast, they're already getting ready to do that show again. And, I'm dead tired when I get done with the show. But, I don't think doing a show 8 times a week for people do it for, they might do it for a couple months, they might do it for a couple years. I don't really think that's for me. I think I'm just okay, spending a couple months practicing, have 3 or 4 shows, and say we did it. So yeah.
Well, good luck. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you very much.
You've made this program interesting.
Thank you very much.
And the less we have to talk, the better. And you'll be performing tonight.
Yes, I will.
Lincoln Community High School starts at 7.
Mm-hmm. It's free.
It's free, but donations are accepted. Everything will be benefiting Carroll Catholic School. So, it's kind of gloomy out. If you got nothing to do tonight, head on out to the Lincoln Community High School auditorium for another show, and you'll be right at home.
Yes, I will.
You can show them the ropes.
Oh, yeah. We were out there yesterday setting it up. I felt right at home.
Good deal. That's Jack Graue. Big senior next year. He's the big dog on campus. We got 1 minute to talk sports, Lloyd.
I can't talk. My microphone's not on. So
there it goes.
Oh, there it goes. I'm back.
You are back. We got Cubs at Cincinnati. We've got St. Louis at Milwaukee.
I don't know. I just know the Phillies
Washington. Are in Washington.
Beat them by the 10-run rule.
Nobody really
last
cares
night,
about the Phillies but you, Lloyd.
That's all right.
Just
Moved
kidding.
into second
we
place.
care. You're in second place. Okay. NBA draft. You watch any of that?
I did not.
All right. Well, that doesn't do any good then to talk about that. We got NFL training camps about to start up.
Have we emailed?
How about your boy?
Yet?
No. But I'm hoping to get a hold of Mark Grody and head up to Chicago. I'm sure he'll be there.
I'm sure he will.
Maybe get with him and, I don't know, get some inside scoop.
Maybe get.
How about your boy Jameis? He's in a little hot water.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I don't either. Something with an Uber. I don't know.
Yeah, it came out. What was it, like 4 months ago or so? Some sort of altercation or interaction or something with an Uber driver, and then supposedly there was one of the other people in the car had video, and it showed that nothing happened, and now
something happened.
That there's possibly a suspension on the horizon. So who knows?
Well, I don't know. You don't know.
I do not know.
Some higher ups know. Well, it's 10 o'clock, so that means this show is over. Like to thank Lauren Welch and her instructor, Wai Mizutani for coming in. And Jack Graue. They're going to be at the Link Community High School tonight at 7 p.m. For a what would you call that? A show?
Yeah, recital, concert.
Show, concert, all the above.
Talking to our off-air talent.
Yep. So get on out to the high school tonight. A whole lot of talent out there. That's about all I have, Lloyd. Next week we will be maybe Joe's.
Maybe at Joe's.
Maybe Joe will show up.
Maybe Joe will be there.
Thanks for the heads up for not coming today, Joe, and I'm thankful Lloyd showed up. Although you didn't really say much.
I'm more the strong
Very
silent
disappointing.
type.
So,
You're
all right,
doing well.
we will talk to you guys next week from we don't know.
From wherever.
Yep. Good day.